Hello, and welcome. I am Kat, the Nurse Flipper, and I just put out a video last week on List Perfectly's new AI Express Lister. It is absolutely game changing, and I got some comments that people were very against AI. And if you don't know, AI is artificial intelligence. So they were against it. They said they would never buy from someone using it. And my response was, if it's good AI, you won't even know that seller used it. And I do believe that is true. So today, what I would like to do is kind of talk about AI a little bit. And I want to talk to you about ways that I am using AI in my business and also go over the good and the bad. It is not all good. I'm not going to lie and say that it's all good, but it's also not all bad. And I think if you're fighting against it, you're doing yourself a disservice. It can really help grow your business. It can help you make more money, which ultimately is the goal of a small business owner. So I'm going to show you ways that I am using it in my business. Some you might already be using and not even aware that it's AI. And we will talk about the ways that it can be bad and ways you need to be really, really careful when you are using it so that you do not negatively impact your business. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I don't know what the driving factor behind the comments that I got as far as their personal opinions of AI. And I will tell you that everything I'm saying today is my opinion, nothing more than that. So for me, instead of being scared of AI and worried that it's going to take over the world, I think that we should embrace it. I think we should use it to our advantage to increase our sales, increase our profitability. Use AI to streamline your processes, make your business more efficient, and therefore it will make more money. And I want to just bring up just a couple of things that the majority of people were against when it just came out. And the first one that really comes to mind for me is credit cards. I remember nobody would use a credit card. They wouldn't use it at the pump. They wouldn't use it at the store. They were so scared. And I'm not going to say people get hacked all the time. That happens. But using credit cards instead of cash is so widely accepted at this point. There are some venues that don't even accept cash anymore. So if you're one of those people, it's going to severely limit like what you're doing. So just the upfront example for me is I'm going to a baseball game just an example for me that comes up. I am going to a baseball game later with Dalton, and the whole stadium is cashless. So if I said I'm never using a credit card or I'm not using a debit card, I refuse, I'm only going to pay cash, I couldn't take my son to the baseball game. So I think it's really important to realize there are both goods and bads. And yes, people's credit cards get hacked, but people get robbed, right? Somebody could come and take your cash from you as well. It just is obviously a lot easier for them to hack your card. So another thing was the car. And we all drive cars. I would assume the majority of us drive cars. People thought that cars were going to be too expensive and they would never be low enough price that the general population could afford them. So if people had stuck to that, we would still be driving our horse and buggy around. And I like to travel. So for me, and I like to drive to travel. So for me, I guess I could be like riding my horse and carriage around. But the point I want to make is a lot of stuff might seem scary, it might seem intimidating, and it might seem like it's bad at first. And there's both good AI and there's bad AI. I think it's really important to realize that. And I think it's really important to also realize that you as a person and as a business owner still have the final say in what AI is doing to help your business. And I will show you some of those examples, because if you let AI run it, you could mess it up. You need to be kind of the final checker, the final line, the final decision maker in your business, not letting AI do that for you. Another really, really common one is laptops. So people thought laptops were too heavy, they were too clunky. Now they have them under £1. And I think a good majority of us use them. They're excellent for travel on airplanes, which I'm sure, you know, a long time ago, people didn't think that we were going to be flying in planes across the country or across the world. And we are. So all of this new technology, though it might seem scary and it can be overwhelming and intimidating, I think it's coming whether we want it to or not. And personally, I pick and choose what I am using AI for, and I'm using it to better my business. And I think that you should as well. So I'm going to go ahead and talk with you. I'm also going to do some screen shares and show you different ways that I use AI in my business to make it better. And the number one thing, and I'm not going to show you this again, I will do like a quick example because I want to show you the difference between a good AI and a bad AI. But if you miss my video on List Perfectly's Express Lister, it is new AI technology built just for resellers. I think that's really key. That can make a complete listing, title, description, your specifics just from photographs. It makes it faster. I put up over 120 listings yesterday using the technology. We have switched completely to it, and it has very much increased our productivity. So we'll take a look at, I just want to show you because eBay's AI is not on the level that List Perfectly's is. So if you have seen eBay's AI description, you're probably like, eh. And I will tell you, I use them. And I use them for the simple fact that I was not doing any description, and I thought their fluffy foo-foo one was better than nothing. However, AI descriptions on List Perfectly, built just for resellers, is a total game changer. I'm also going to show you photo room AI backgrounds, just give you a few examples. I'm going to scroll through my store, show you ones I've used it on, and tell you exactly why I use it on which items I do, and why I think that it improves my sales as well as my sales are improving my revenue. And that, I hope, would be your goal, right? You want to make more money. I know I want to make more money. And then we will also talk about AI to answer questions. So I want to give a big shout out to Mike and Mitzi. Their name is Thank You Dealer here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. I didn't even think of this. They use ChatGPT, which again, I'm going to show you all of this stuff. I'm going to screen share and show it in action, but they use ChatGPT to answer difficult customers' questions to take the emotion out of it, because it's really easy for us as a reseller to be like, what the hell? You know, if somebody's being rude or disrespectful and you want to just like fire back at them, ChatGPT, you can use that to answer those questions. It is free, and take the emotion out of it and come off as more professional. So first, what I'd like to do, I think I'm just going to scroll through my store listings just for like a minute or two, and I'll point out the ones that are AI. I'll show you the AI photograph that I've used using Photo Room, and then I'll show you the regular one and just talk a little bit about why I think it presents better. Then we'll take a look at a couple of descriptions and do eBay versus List Perfectly. And we will also try using ChatGPT to answer some buyers' questions. So let's go ahead, screen share. I'm just going to show you a few things. This is not going to be an overly long video. I just really wanted to present to you the AI features that I think can help improve your business. All right, so we're going to scroll through here, and I'm going to show you. You can see these two. I just have the clear white background, and that's AI doing that too, guys. That's AI that's removing the background. And if you didn't see, Rod my co-host for my Tuesday night podcast just put out a video on eBay's new function of using AI backgrounds. So go and check out his video for sure. I'll pop it up top for you. So here's the first one I come across that I used an AI photograph for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click into this one, and I want to show you, this is an AI photograph. I'm going to show you what it looks like without that photograph, and you can determine for yourself. So let's go ahead and take a look at these pictures. So here is an AI photograph. This is using Photo Room app, and it is simply called AI backgrounds. And I just had him put this brooch on a pillow. I think it presents better. It looks like a professional photograph. Now here it is without the AI background. It's with just white. So typically when I do those AI photographs, I just do the front one. The rest of them are with just white, but it kind of softens the brooch. It makes it easier to look at. And this is a more expensive brooch. This is almost $400 brooch. And I think that using that AI just gives it a little extra kick and makes it look a little bit better. All right, so we'll keep scrolling. There are examples where AI doesn't make sense. Like this is expensive fabric, but I want to show the pattern, so I zoom in. Now, this one is a WCW t-shirt, and I use Photo Room to put the front and the back into one photograph. So that's another example of how you can use it. This one's a $30 one, so I didn't take the time to do the AI. But here you can see these two are both expensive. My house doesn't look like that. I live in a 1942 farmhouse. But you know, this camel hair jacket that's over $300 looks very nice hanging up on that wall. Here's another one. This is an expensive dock light in the water. Like, how amazing is this? And I'll open this one as well to show you what it looks like on white compared to how fancy I think it looks on that water. All right, so here you can see dock light and water, and then here it is plain. And I mean, yeah, this might sell it, but how much cooler does this look? So that's where Photo Room AI is great. You do have to have a paid subscription. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have a link. I just think it kind of takes your photos up a notch. Again, here is, you'll see it's my more expensive listings that I'm using it on. So there's a Louis Vuitton collar. Here's an expensive purse. This one, I just did it because I felt like it. I don't do that on all of them. But here you'll see ring. This one was listed a while ago before I was really using AI. You've got a ring. But then here is a $30 quilt. I didn't use it. The Gucci is almost like the fabric. I want to show it zoomed in, the pattern up close. And here is another one I didn't use it with. And that was listed before I was really using much AI. Harley Davidson. Look, I put the Harley seat on the road. Like, I think that's cool. I think it's kind of more professional looking. And the Louis Vuitton, look at the Louis Vuitton umbrella in the water. Again, more expensive. Here's another mid-century modern. So use it on, for me, more expensive items. I don't think using it on lower cost items is really time efficient or money efficient. But when you've got things like here, you can see one here compared to not. I just think AI, this is a really cool feature that can make your pictures look a little more like a magazine type photo compared to just a plain white background. And for those of you that don't know, Google used to only pick up plain white backgrounds. Now it does pick up all of these. So that is why we switched to using it. When Google was only picking up white backgrounds, we did use those exclusively, but that is not the case anymore. And that is because of AI. Now Google can pick it up on any background. All right, now let's look at ChatGPT, and it is simply chatgpt.com. It is free. You do not have to pay to use it. It's kind of cool. So it says, how can I help you today? Look, you can create a workout plan, design a programming game, plan a trip, help me study. You can use AI for so many things, but what I want to show you, and I have not tried this, okay? I have no clue what this is gonna come up with. So we're going to put, give me a professional answer for a buyer asking where I bought an item when I bought it from an estate sale. I got this question yesterday, so I'm kind of curious. So here its answer is, I acquired this item from an estate sale recently. Estate sales offer unique and eclectic pieces like this one, which caught my attention. If you have any specific question about the item or its history, feel free to ask. There is something simple. Let's do, give me a professional answer when someone ask why my item costs so much when it's available on the website, the company's website, for less money, but the item on the website is sold out. I got this question last week. So this says, I understand your concern. The pricing for items can vary due to factors such as availability, sourcing, and condition. While our item may currently be priced higher, it reflects its availability and the sourcing process involved in obtaining it. If you have further questions or would like more details about the item, please let me know. So instead of being like, hey, like I did, it's sold out on the website, you can't get it there, therefore my item costs more. This just makes it a little more professional. So if you have a question that is really kind of making you want to pull your hair out, go to chatgpt.com and use it. And you can use this for quite a few things. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the descriptions and why I think people were kind of against them. And I'm going to show you the difference between the List Perfectly one and the AI one that is from eBay. Okay, so this is one of my newer listings that List Perfectly created for me. And I'm going to click on Revise Item because what I want to do is show you the difference between List Perfectly's AI, which is reseller focused, and eBay's. So this whole listing was created just from photos. And here you can see the List Perfectly description. And I will tell you, I use very funny. You can also choose professional. And I found out recently you can actually type in what tone you want. So you could put sarcastic, you could put Star Wars, you can put whatever you want. So I put very funny. So it says, want to feel bougie without the hangover? Light this Prosecco candle and trick your nose into thinking you're sipping bubbly. Cheers, mate. Now, here's where the AI on LP comes in different from eBay. It says 11.6 ounce candle, Prosecco fragrance, pure soy wax, tassel detail, handmade in Australia, condition new with tags. This is List Perfectly. Let's click on use AI description and see what eBay would write. So to me, it's just harder to read being in that paragraph format. Not saying that it's bad. So it says, add a touch of sophistication to your home with this Wavertree and London Prosecco candle made from pure soy wax. This jar container candle features a refreshing beach scent that will transport you straight to the seaside. The candle comes with a tassel for extra decorative detail. Handcrafted in Australia, this candle is perfect for adding warmth and ambiance to any room. The green color complements the beach scent, making it an addition to any decor. Enjoy the relaxing aroma of this Wavertree, blah, 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 blah. I would not read this whole thing as a buyer. So if I hit undo, this is more straight to the point, and that is where different AIs are created differently. They are not all equal. You do need to realize that. Do not let what you have seen in the past necessarily reflect on that. So let's take a look at one more. And I will show you again that it can be a good thing, guys. It can be a good thing. All right, so this one you can see I did use an AI photograph there. These are blue agate geode coasters. They were priced, I'll show you here, at $165. So these are higher priced. So here again, this is the list perfectly. It says add a touch of class to your coffee table because adulting means fancy coasters. Impress your guests before they even take a sip. Again, it is like that because I am choosing the tone as very funny. You could do it professional if you prefer. And then it's got the bullet point. Handcrafted blue agate includes 4 coasters and tray, gold trimmed edges. The brand is Anna, New York. The coasters are 4 inches. The tray is 9.75. The condition is new. Okay, very straight and to the point. But let's click that eBay one again. And it says, elevate your home decor, stunning blue agate coaster, crafted with natural agate stone. Look, it says 5 round coasters. It did not know that I had 4 coasters in a tray because it didn't pick that up. Not only do they protect your furniture from water rings, they make for exquisite decorative pieces. I prefer this one. So there are 2 examples of List Perfectly's. Again, I will throw that video up top if you missed it. It's not all created equal. Another really, really cool thing I want to show you, if you are on Google Chrome, so I'm going to show you these because they will be ended by the time you watch this video. They are items that I am bidding on. So if you right click here, you can click search with Google and it will pop up here on the side images that are the same. Look, this is that bottle, and here it is for $335.75, and it sold out. Okay, you do want to be careful. This is where you got to use AI along with your brain. If this was just a listed price, then you would want to go and search a little bit further. So here again, here's another item that I am watching. I'm going to click search with Google Lens. So the cool thing is it helps me identify it. You can see here there's one very, very similar listed for $350. But if I click on this, okay, I can now I know that's a Karen Howell. That is a Karen Howell rabbit vase. So if I type it in, this is where you use AI to help you, right? And you can see I already typed that. Karen Howell rabbit vase. You want to take it further because you don't want to look at just a listing price. So here you can see there are 4 listed. You can see the lowest is $195 right now, but you're going to come and you're going to click sold. And you can see that one sold for $185. So that's where if you use AI to just look at this, you're going to see the $350. But in reality, one just sold for $185. But that's AI identifying it, right? So you can use that on anything that you're looking at. This is just an example on HiBid, which I use to purchase things, but that's how when I'm looking through a HiBid auction, I'm like, oh, this rabbit vase looks really cool. Let me right click on it, search the image with Google and see exactly what it is. So I am pulling up one of my listings here because this is what AI has created, but I can see here, and I know it's really small, it's used 88 characters. Well, I only have 80 characters. So I have to come in here and edit out to get it down to 80. So that's where you're the final decider of what goes in. So I could take out the word with, and now I'm at 78 characters. But you also want to, like this says it's a belted waist. It is because it's a little robe. But if it puts something in this description that's not correct, you have to come in and take that out. That's really what I want to show you. And it is really funny because these here, let's click on my drafts. I have 75 drafts ready to go, but AI can't fix your photographs if you have bad photographs. It also it will make mistakes. Like, so I put the very funny, like here it says this vase is perfect for pretending you're fancy. I'm going to take that out. I don't want the funny in the title. I like the funny in the description, but I don't like it in the title. So I will edit that out. It also, it's really funny. If you know me, I do not iron clothes. So on quite a few of my clothes, it'll put item is wrinkled, but no defects noted. It also is noticed like discoloring and stains, and it puts that. So just make sure that you're looking over it. You don't want to just say, oh, okay, it's done and let it go. Like the Vera Bradley bag, for example, I'm going to find out what that pattern is. And I'm not just going to like throw this up no matter what. So I can click on this. Whoa, hold on. Let's try this again. I can click on here and click that little magnifying glass and get it to pull up because I want to know what the pattern is, right? And here I see it's Twilight Paisley. So in this case, I'm using Google Lens to identify what the pattern is because I think that is important to know on the Vera Bradley bags. So AI is not going to 100% do it, but it dang sure gets you a really, really good start. All right, I think I've talked enough about it. I hope I've shown you some tools that you didn't know about using AI. I think AI is coming whether we want it to come or not. Obviously, it's here, but I think it will be more dominant in the near future, like very near future. So we can either embrace it, utilize it, and make it to our advantage and improve our business with it, or we can fight it and keep doing things the old school way. I think as long as you kind of rein it in and use it to your advantage in your business, it is a good thing. It can definitely increase productivity. As you have seen, take pictures and it creates a listing. It also makes the keywords, which I wasn't filling out. So a lot of this stuff it's doing is adding to my business. It's not replacing because I just didn't do it before, but it's stuff that will make me more sales. So let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comments. Let me also know if there's another AI feature that you are using in order to improve your business. Let everybody else know down in the comments. I just hit 100,000 subscribers right before I started recording this video. So I want to say thank you so much to all of you that have supported the channel. To those of you that are new, welcome. It's super exciting. I'm so happy. I appreciate you watching. I hope the rest of your weekend is absolutely wonderful, and I wish you many sales in the coming week.